Now, first, Frank had 7 out of 12 of the number of cards Gary had. So start off with Frank to Gary is 7:12. Okay. It's further given that Gary gave Frank 70 cards and both of them had the same number. Okay. So it's within the two of them only. So it's just passing cards to him. So there won't be a change in the total, okay, that they have. So the total, which is Frank and Gary. Okay. So find a total. This total is unchanged. Okay. But if you realize that if you calculate the total, 7 plus 12 is 19. Okay. And you can divide later by 2. Okay, because 19 is not divisible by 2. Okay, so if you wish, you can multiply this by 2, so it becomes an even number. Alright, so I'm going to start off 7:12 as 14:24 instead. Okay, so 14:24 is still equals to 7:12. 7/12. Okay, so Frank had 7, and sorry, now instead we use 14 units. Okay, while Gary has 24. Okay, so the total now is 38 units because 19 times 2. Okay, so since there's no change in the total because they just exchange the number of cards that they have. So Gary gave Frank 70 cards. So Gary take away 70, Frank add 70. So the total shouldn't change. So I will split this up, 38 divided by 2. Okay, equally amongst 2 person only. So now it's 19 again. So 19 units is to 19. So same number in the end. Right, same number in the end. So last step is just to find the difference before and after. Okay, so before to after. Okay, both sides is 5 units. Okay, this side is to add 5 units. The other side, okay, for Frank, the number of cards add 5 units because he received the 70 cards from Gary. So Gary take away 5 units. So the 5 units must be the 70 cards. 1 unit is 14. Alright. So part A, how many fewer cards did Frank have than Gary? Okay. So Frank had fewer cards at first. Okay, so the difference over here, so do not use the 7:12 anymore, use the 14:24. The difference is 10, so 10 units, 14 times 10, 140 fewer cards. Okay, part B, how many cards were there altogether? Okay, so altogether means that you're going to find your total, which is over here. So the total is given, use the 38, not the 19 anymore. So 38 units. 14 times 38. So there will be 532 cards altogether.